all. This is Cindy Allen, Editor-in-Chief of Interior Design, and today is a day of celebration with our good friends at Formica because we're going to reveal the winners of the Form Student Innovation Competition. It's in its eighth successful year and it invites interior design, architecture, and furniture design students all across the US, Canada, and Mexico and asks them to create innovative pieces using the Formica brand product. Fun, right? And with me today to reveal it all is my good friend, Meghan Howell, Creative and Design Director for Formica. Hi, Meghan. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. How are you?
I'm super. I'm so happy. For everyone, we've been doing this for many years now, and it's a thing. It's like officially a thing that we do together, and it means so much to us. So, um,
It's fantastic. I love it. I mean, it's the great like almost pre-NeoCon celebrations,
it,
like
it
getting us
definitely
all
is.
ramped up for that. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. We're revving our engines now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I always also love to like give a very like the Cliff Notes version of the history because this was a competition you actually brought back from many, many years ago. So, Megan, can you tell us about it?
Yeah, yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. Before this was the student design competition that it is today in its eighth year. You're exactly right. Before that, back in 2008, we did a form exhibition. And what that was is we challenged the greats of the time, Zaha Hadid, Lorinda
Yeah.
Spear, Massimo Vignelli, Michael Graves, and we challenged them to create a piece that could be laid upon, sat upon, or played upon.
Mm,
And they're just some really beautiful, inventive, timeless pieces that that group put together, as you can imagine.
yeah.
And then 8 years ago, we translated that idea into a student
Mm.
competition. And that's what it is today. I mean, we're so excited.
I know that every year you do have like sort of an overarching theme. So, what was the brief this year?
Yeah, this year was all about designing for well-being.
Mm.
And the students were really challenged to create a furniture piece that interpreted designing for well-being and what that meant to them.
Mhm.
So, using the elements like color, sound, pattern, and even different like segments, I think we'll see as we go through the winners, they kind of put that in different places, which was very exciting. And then, of course, naturally, we encourage them to use Formica brand or Phoenix products
Yeah, which is
in the
great. And they
design.
did. They're really mixing it up, which is nice. They do have favorites, which you also see sort of running
Yes.
throughout. But I know you had great activity and submissions. So what were the numbers?
Yeah, we were just shy of 200 entries this year,
Wow.
which I think is our highest so far. We were at 194. That
Yay!
was, yeah, split pretty evenly across the US, Canada, and Mexico. I think it was 61 for the US, 82 for Canada, and 51 for Mexico, which this is only the third year for Mexico. So to see that kind of growth and activity with the students there is really exciting and encouraging.
I love it. And as you said, this is a precursor to Neocon. So tell
Mhm.
us what happens to the winners.
Yeah, so first through third place, we bring to Neocon with us. They get to come, they get to meet other professionals, they get to tour. I mean, it's a really, really rewarding experience, an eye-opening experience, and for young designers as they're kicking off their career. And then first place, we actually build their piece, and that's on display at the show.
That's amazing. That's I
It,
mean, such a big deal for a student. Oh my God.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to have something that I made that early on in my career be built and shown at a really big show, it's, priceless.
It's everything, yeah. And they'll always, it'll always be you. It'll always be Formica that gave them their start, which we love, love, love. Now, I know every year you have an illustrious jury. So, who participated this year?
Well, the fabulous Cindy Allen, editor-in-chief of Interior Design Magazine, and then myself, I was one of the judges this year.
Great.
Next, we have Caroline Gentry and Beth DeTolo. They are the principal interior designer and co-founders of Pulp Design
Mm,
Studios. Love them.
yeah.
And then we have John Otis, who is a professor at Pratt Institute and the founder and principal of Object Agency. I love talking to John.
He's
I see him at
brilliant. Yeah.
NeoCon. Yeah, oh, he's so fun to talk to. Also, we have Jorge Diego Entienne. He is the founder and director at JDE Design, and he's helped us out before. We love him. Next, we have David Coria. He is a design partner at Lab and an associate professor at the University of Waterloo,
Nice.
which we love. We had some entries from University of Waterloo this year.
That's great. Actually, I have a quote from him, from David, so I
Oh,
just want to
nice.
share. Yeah, so he said it was really interesting to see the way the participants interpreted the call for the proposals with the theme on mental well-being. I was surprised by the high quality of design detailing on some of the proposals and the thoughtful, this is what I love, thoughtful integration of Formica laminate within their projects. So thank you, David, for that. Congrats to all the
Yeah, thank you.
jury.
Thank you, judges. We can't do this without you.
Are we getting started? Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm
All
ready. Are
right.
you ready?
Okay, I'm ready. So we have Norbert by Matilda Johnson, and she is in Quebec, and the school is Cégep de Trois-Rivières, something like that. And so let's talk about Norbert. First of all, super in trend, as it is for all of us with your animals and your pets. Your life revolves around them. And this submission was all about Matilda's cat, Norbert. The shape of the desk. I love the shape. The shape is original and thoughtful. And many of us are looking for pet friendly solutions. And this one has a hole carved out of it. So a dedicated space for Norbert to lie down in. It's kind of cute. Matilda said that after like the disaster of her sofa getting all scratched up, she knew the clear choice for the desk was Phoenix. That's kind of cool, right?
It's so nice.
I know. I love that. And there was sort of a favorite color that people use because they thought about this like health and wellness. It
Hmm.
was the Verde Tatami Phoenix.
Hmm. Hmm.
She was thinking of nature. Then she picked a wood grain from the in-depth collection that looked like the color of Norbert's hair. Um, and for the back of the desk, matte graphite laminate. It had a magnetic backer board too.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
in terms of the well-being aspect, she says like it kind of allows when Norbert's okay, she's okay, so it's like kind of less stress, like a happy cat, a happy life for Matilda, basically.
Well, and I love, first of all, I love pets with human names.
There
So
you go.
kudos to Norbert. But I also think, we'll see this a couple times throughout these top 10. The theme of having pets around you, I think, is very calming, for us as well. So I think that speaks a lot to how well-being was translated from the project brief, which I think is really creative.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, this idea because I know too, like if your pet is settled down, then you can think about work. I always say like, when is your pet going to learn how to work for you? But hey, that's a
That too.
whole other conversation.
I
All
don't
right,
think we're going to solve that today.
not today. Okay, Megan, number 9 goes to
Yes, number 9 is called Nest, and that's by Eduardo Reyes Vasquez Cascaro and Maria Fernanda Castolo Aguera. And they are from Benete Merita, Universidad Autónoma de Puebla in Puebla, Mexico. Nest is a piece of furniture designed to promote physical, emotional, and sensory well-being through neuroaesthetics, flexible functionality, and the use of innovative materials. Its modular design allows it to be transformed according to the user's needs, whether as a reading chair or as an ergonomic workstation or a relaxation space.
mm,
And something I really loved about this piece is, first of all, the colors. You kind of
yeah,
alluded on 10th place on Norbert that the colors will see this consistent theme of like some neutrals and some nice greens and sages and
yeah,
blues. But it also like kind of ties in that biophilic aesthetics of bringing in those natural tones. And then, because you and I are so immersed in this industry, we probably both recognize this as like a really nice healthcare chair that we might see somewhere. But I like how they kind of took that idea and those aesthetics and made it approachable for every day. Like
yeah.
this wouldn't look out of place in a living room.
Right, exactly. Yeah, there's a youthfulness. I love the modularity. They
Hmm.
used what did they use for Michael Laminate and color core too.
Yes, color
Right?
course in this one as well.
Yeah,
Hmm.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's got a vibe.
it does have a vibe.
It's got a vibe.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So Felicidades, Eduardo and Maria.
Yes,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Okay, in eighth place, drum roll please, we have Zendesk by Vanessa Manzano and Adriana Mungiai. And the school is the University Nacional Autónoma de Mexico, and they're in Mexico City. So, uh, first of all, I think we're all trying to figure out how to work better and how to work better on the days that we're at home. I mean, we've all struggled and tried to figure it out. So, Vanessa and Adriana, they're trying to put a little zen into your life. Uh, they they designed it to kind of reduce stress and improve focus and to have a place for everything and everything in its place. What was sort of interesting is this, like the surface, the Formica whiteboard is used in different places. A lot of times we see it vertical, and now we're seeing it a few times on the horizontal, right
Hmm.
there on the tabletop, which is kind of great. And they have places to put things away, a drawer, shelving, but also this this idea of greenery, and it features a Kratky hydroponic system, allows you to grow small vegetables, like pull a carrot out and eat and do your work. I don't know, it helps you reduce stress. I think that's also what the judges found charming about it too, this idea of bringing the nature to the desk. So we
Hmm.
all say ah.
Yes, yes. No, I agree. Well, and so far with, a couple of these, I think it's also interesting how organization is
Yeah.
translated as
Oh
wellness.
yeah.
Like it,
Mhm.
once everything's in its place. So I love these desks and this one in particular, how it's like hidden. You can put everything away. It's clean. It comes out when you need it.
Right, exactly. And they use
Very
quartz
zen.
and Formica laminate too, right? A mix.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, you take it away, seventh place.
All right. Seventh place is Shizen by Takisha Harada. And he is from the New Jersey Institute of Technology. Love them, love their program. And they're in Ramsey, New Jersey.
Mm.
And Shizen, with its layered form and meditative presence, is more than just a functional object. It's a mindful intervention in everyday life.
Mm.
It encourages moments of stillness, anchoring users in the presence while harmonizing their surroundings. So I did a little homework on this one
Uh-huh.
after I kind of like read it, and like obviously it's beautiful, love the aesthetics, but shizen is actually a Japanese term that means nature or naturalist, and naturalism. And I think this piece really translates the meaning of that word because it's like rejecting the over manufacturability, giving something that's very simple.
Mm.
And I love how he integrated some slight pops of color to give it like a little playful quality.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that. Sort of like the design piece of this. I mean, there's the thoughtful piece, but the design piece is original and it's not too much. It's super edited and those like little dots on the table, I'm crazy for them.
I know you love polka dots. So
Yeah.
when I judged this piece, I was like, Cindy's gonna like it. There's
Yeah.
polka dots on
I love
top.
it. I love it. I love a good polka dot. But this is a new, sort of a new shape, a nesting tables that
Hmm.
feel good together, not doesn't feel overwhelming, and just the right touch. All right, let's talk about another right touch. On the sixth place is Vireo by Ava Kennedy. She's from Purdue University in Rochester. Um, I like the originality of the form. I mean, as an editor, I'm always looking for that, and some things can be a little overwrought, but I love the pill shape and the plywood laminate form. The doors on it they have like an aluminum track and can be swapped out based on the season. So you can kind of change the colors, um, even by your mood, for goodness sakes. And I guess like of the gazillion options of colors, because Formica has a gazillion options of colors. I like this palette. It's like one pop.
I agree. I love the form and the shape, and I'm with you on that single pop
Yeah.
of having that focus in the room that you walk in and you get that little spark of like, ooh, that's a great piece.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, the only thing, Ava, that you didn't need to do, in my opinion, was because I love you so much, so I can say this, is that they did use the marker board again. I mean, it's a piece of furniture. I don't want people drawing all over this piece. It's too nice.
For you, we won't make it with marker board
Yeah,
then.
yeah. Okay. Anyway, congrats, Ava. I loved it.
Moving on to fifth place, we have La Chatière. by Sabrina Landry, and she is also at Cégep des Trio Rivière in Quebec. This piece brings in our biophilic trend. It brings in our pet trend again, but
Yes.
this piece is more than just a decorative or functional piece. It's a refuge,
Mm.
and it's inspired by Sabrina's affection for cats and her vitality of plants. It's designed to enhance the physical and emotional well being of its users, and it's a haven of peace where every element has been thought to offer comfort and serenity and a sanctuary. And you can see it can be used for storage, but it's also a great place where Sabrina and her cat can play. The cat has, its little climbing tree there, and there's even spaces for plants along the way. The shape of this is really beautiful. I love the cutouts
Hmm.
being leaf shaped to bring in, that wellness aesthetic of biophilia, but also being a place where the cat can like play peekaboo or, come in and out. Well, and I really love this piece actually has everform solid surface as part of the tree
Ah,
horizontals, and it's in sage spec, which actually I have a sample right
well,
here.
let's see. I want to
Playing
see.
with it. I was playing with it
Oh, yeah.
earlier today, which
Cool.
is one of my favorite colors because it's like a beautiful usable green, but there's like pops of apricot in there. So
Nice.
I
Nice one.
cheers
Sabrina.
to Sabrina.
Yeah, I love
Being a
that.
really good color too.
Wow, that's great. Megan loves it. Okay, so now we have the top four. Are they four?
Three, it's four
Four, but
places, but
there's a
it's
tie.
it's a tie for three, which I don't think we've ever had before.
No, I got me so confused. I'm like, what is that? So wait, so Megan, so two are in third place, then second and first. But
Correct.
why is that good news? Tell them why.
Oh, I mean, I love it because it means we get to bring more people to NeoCon with us.
Right, so four are coming to Neocon instead of
Except
three.
except we have a team
What
in
is
the
it?
top four too.
Oh, so you've got a lot of people coming.
Yes. Yeah, we're the more the merrier. Everybody can come.
I love that. I love that so much. Okay, so in the tie for third place, the first one is Solarium by Grace Luong, and she's from the University of Waterloo in Ontario. And it's funny because I've judged many of these. I don't know from way far back, but it's been a long time, and I don't think I've ever seen a lamp submission before,
I
right?
don't know that I've ever seen lighting before.
I
I
know.
thought I thought this entry was really creative. Like she pushed the boundaries.
I thought so too. I was like, oh my God, a lamp. We don't see them. So it's a nice surprise. And I also thought it was very smart of Grace because it's something that Formica could make rather easily as well, right? So it's a floor lamp designed, obviously, look at this picture, to capture rays of light, and sure does. And there's a soft rounded edges and matte green and wood formica. That seems to be very popular, the green and wood. And there's a lot of wood options and green, so that's interesting. And what was also kind of cool is she made 36 mitered key accents finished with ebony oxide formica laminates, and it was referencing keys of a piano, which
Hmm.
it made me think like she needed to submit, and I would like to know from Grace, what song is this lamp singing?
Yeah, no, that's a great tie. I loved the tie to the piano and the musical
Yeah.
tie in her design brief. But to your point, what song is this lamp singing? Grace, we need to know.
We need to know, Grace. We need to know. I'm gonna find you at Neocon, and you're gonna tell me. Okay, so the other tie goes
Yes.
to.
Our other third place winner is Serenity Hub by Andrea Vidal Alvarez. And she also went to Benemérita Universidad Autónoma de Puebla in Mexico. And this is part coffee station, part bench, part table, part cabinet. Um, but it's a really beautiful space using, again, a lot of those natural wood grains and natural tones. She really utilizes soft curves and circular elements, which I think also, brings in that well-being, beautiful shapes. And, it's meant for socialization and meditation. And while you're having tea together, and then returns to a compact cabinet when you don't need it to be expanded. Back to that organization.
Yeah, we do see this a lot with students, which I think is number one, fearless, and when they can figure out in the right way, it's kind of, super innovative, which is they are always looking at multifunction. It seems to be the case, maybe because they live in smaller spaces, but it is exciting to see how they do that. So I say this one's multifunction on steroids.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, it absolutely is.
yeah,
But in a really thoughtful, beautiful
yeah,
way too.
for
So,
sure.
congratulations, Andrea.
Thank you. I want some tea. Tea time. Okay, and second place, drum roll, please. We're getting very, very close. This is The Noise Balance by Stacey Ann Matthews and Tara Hunt from Yorkville University in Toronto, Ontario. This is kind of cool because I do like when people reference something historical. It gives it a kind of a grounding. And this was inspired by the 15 puzzle invented by Noyes Chapman in 1874. And I'm just going to remind everybody because then you'll know. This was known as the earliest sliding puzzle. So it was 15 sliding puzzle, right? And so they called it the Noise Balance as a dynamic, multifunctional furniture piece. And just as the 15 puzzle requires sliding tiles to reveal hidden spaces, this design features modular, movable panels that conceal and reveal work essentials, promoting a sense of order and definitely tranquility.
hmm I think this goes back to that theme
Yeah,
we've been seeing of organization for
right.
sure and multiple uses. And they also used Phoenix Verde Katami again. It's
Phoenix
like
Verde is
it's
like really hot.
it's the hottest color of form,
Yes, yes.
2025.
Totally. And
Um,
then I'm looking
yeah.
whatever form solid surface and also for microwritable surface. So
More marker board.
they're emotional, but they have a lot of things to say, right?
Yes.
They need to get
Yeah.
it out on their furniture. Yeah.
Yeah. No, great job, ladies. That one's beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, Megan. Drum roll, please.
Yeah.
And our first place of the form competition goes to.
Place by Leah Marie Boak.
Hmm,
And I think everybody looking at this for the first time can understand why this piece rose to the top. It's very different than all the other submissions this year. Leah Marie Boak is from New Jersey Institute of Technology in New Jersey. Place is an indoor children's playhouse and desk combo. It's designed to spark creativity in children while bringing fun to any space. And it features this really beautiful, unique roof that's just all little colorful Formica chip shingles, which I think all of us really, that kind of hit all of our hearts as
yeah,
this beautiful, playful moment. So I love how you touched on it earlier, Cindy, with another piece, how joy and play is also tied into well-being.
yeah,
And I think Leah Marie really, hit the nail on the head with this piece.
yeah. I mean, the roof was it. Like, honestly, she had us from the top, right? It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and also this idea, because we want to see what she does with this. Like what else could that be? Because making those scales and this idea of multiplicity and color, because you could just have so much fun. It's unending. So the roof was it.
Yeah. I mean, I also love, this is intended for child use, but I think all of us used to be kids. And just looking at it, I think it can take our head even back to that space of like the playfulness of a kid,
Yeah.
or, just for a minute while you look at it.
It is so nice to be with you too, because as you say, we're about to gear up for NeoCon, which is craziness, and we'll all get stressed out. So I love that you're talking about well-being, because we're
Yes.
gonna we're gonna need a little of that. And also, I'm always thinking of you because, Formica produces our HIP awards, which we're always so appreciative and always really
Speaking of stress.
I know, right? Just for you. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna have to go under that roof or in the pet something or do
Right,
something.
right. Yeah, give me my cap.
Yeah. So what are we gonna see at NeoCon this
Oh, yeah. Neocon, we are running towards that finish line right now, but we're so excited. We're going to be on the seventh floor again, in a very familiar space. So if you've been there before and seen our booth, come back to the same place. It is booth number 74061. And this year we are all about like the future trends. So we're Formica has a group of trend trackers, global trend trackers that we're constantly following and measuring how, different colors and textures are
Yeah,
evolving. And this year our booth is kind of 2026 and beyond. And we want to, share our knowledge as trend trackers, global trend trackers with everybody at NeoCon and, you know, get everybody excited for the future and what's coming.
absolutely. Well, first of all, amazing job, Megan. It was so much fun to play with you. A big thanks to all our finalists and the winner of the eighth annual Form Student Innovation Competition. Amazing. Keep it up, for Micah. This is wonderful. You're an amazing partner, so I want to thank you. I
Thank
can't wait to
you.
see the HIP Awards and see you all at NeoCon. Woohoo!
Thank you, everybody. See you at NeoCon.